Hey everyone, my name's James, and today we're talking about the career and success of Bruce Springsteen. There is no one quite like Bruce Springsteen. At 70 years of age, Bruce is having maybe his biggest year in decades. He just released his Netflix debut, Springsteen on Broadway, as well as a brand new studio album, Western Stars, and in October of 2019, he has his first film coming out, also titled Western Stars. In addition to all of this, Springsteen has a catalog of hits that is virtually unmatched in the world of music. But here's the surprising thing. After all the years and all the songs, Bruce Springsteen has never been a #1 artist on the Billboard Songs chart. He's had big albums, he's gone platinum, he's played the biggest venues in the world, but he doesn't have a #1 song because at the end of the day, having a #1 song doesn't guarantee you a career in music, and not having a #1 song doesn't prevent you from having one. What Bruce Springsteen possesses is something that every artist can tap into, and today we're going to talk about how you can make your career a lot more like that of Mr. Bruce Springsteen. Before we dive in, I do want to point out that you have to accept that every journey takes time. Bruce Springsteen is considered an icon today, but that was not always the case. In fact, there were several points in Bruce Springsteen's career where people wrote him off entirely. From the beginning to the middle to the end, it is littered with ups and downs, peaks and valleys, and you have to be able to traverse those to the best of your abilities and stick with it if you want to succeed in the long run. If you're willing to do that, if you're willing to put in the work, then let's get to it. The first thing that we can all learn from the success of Bruce Springsteen is that storytelling matters, and more specifically, your story matters. When you listen to the music of Bruce Springsteen, you hear the journey of a man who was not meant to be the person he became. He grew up on the wrong side of town in a place he hated and defied all odds to become something really great and special. And along the way, he constantly tried to help out others. He fell in love and he had his heart broken. He broke hearts himself. He had jobs, he lost jobs. He went on late night car rides that changed his life. All of that is documented in his songs and so much more. And when you listen to his music, it is undeniable that Springsteen has a voice entirely his own. Because the things that he's telling us we've never heard before because no one else has lived the life that he has. And when you're writing your music, when you're sharing your songs, you need to be sharing your story. Tell us the things that nobody else can because they've only been lived and experienced by you. When you do that, when you tap into something ultra specific, somehow through the magic of art and creativity, you connect with a lot of people. Because though we all share these different walks and paths in lives, there are these moments, these beats in life that bring us all back together. And when you share your story in explicit personal detail, you're going to touch on those moments and people are going to relate to what you're saying. So tell your story. And don't be afraid to share all the messiness that goes with it. You're not some white knight. You're not some hero. You're just a person trying to figure out this thing called life. And that's what people want to hear about. Next, you need to be willing to do whatever it is that makes you happy. There are songs in the Bruce Springsteen catalog that even his biggest stans would probably tell you they don't really care for. But at the end of the day, Springsteen has always done what Springsteen wants to do. He makes music that he wants to listen to. And maybe people don't always agree with it. Maybe the audience for one album is a lot bigger than another. But at the end of the day, he's happy with his catalog. He's satisfied with the work he's done because he realizes that at the end of the day, when the stage lights go off and when he's laying in his bunk in the back of the bus or when he's laying in his home, it's just him and his thoughts and who he is as a person. He has to be happy with what he's creating at the end of the day, and he's made a career out of doing exactly that, chasing what makes him passionate about his craft. As easy as it may sound to do what you love and to chase your passion and tell your story, you also have to be willing to deal with criticism. Like I just said, there have been several points in Bruce Springsteen's career where fans and critics have disagreed with his vision. But you know what Bruce has done? He's largely taken it as a champ. He's not lashed out at the people who didn't understand him, and he's not changed just to suit the demands of somebody else. He accepts that everybody has their own opinion, and he just keeps going. He just keeps doing his thing. You cannot let the haters get to you. You cannot engage with the haters. What's the point? If you just fire back at somebody who's firing at you, you're just going to get caught in this whirlwind of hate and bad comments, and it's not good for anybody involved. So keep your head up. Stay away from drama, don't engage with the haters, and just keep doing you and support the people who support you. That's where your focus should be, on your fans and on your craft. If you start losing sight of that, take a step back, refocus, and get back at it, but do not let the haters win. Keeping with that theme, you need to be making sure you lift up your fans at every opportunity. Something really crazy happens when you get around Bruce Springsteen fans. The vast majority are these working class people who give everything they have just to get by. And they might have hopes and dreams that seem unbelievable to you or seem impossible, but they're their dreams and they are committed to chasing them. And the soundtrack to that chase is Bruce Springsteen's music, because he speaks about the same things. When people come out to Bruce Springsteen shows, he seems genuinely thrilled to see them there. And when he engages with his fans during Q&As or when they find him on the street, he makes time to talk to them. He's very humbled by his presence in the world. He does not take what he has for granted. At every opportunity, Springsteen is looking to give back to the people who support him, and you need to be doing the same thing. Never think that you have earned enough in this industry to not be grateful for what you have. Never think that you deserve to be here. Because if Bruce Springsteen feels like it's a surprise that people are willing to pay to see him on Broadway, then you can't act all big and mighty because some people showed up to see you play at a club. You need to always be grateful. You need to be thanking your fans. You need to be lifting up your fans. You need to be giving back, because those fans are who are going to carry you to the top. I know all these points have dealt with sharing your story and constantly engaging fans and always being present. But one of the biggest lessons we can learn from Bruce Springsteen is that you do not need to always be doing everything. Bruce Springsteen isn't on Twitter. He has an Instagram account, but he's probably not the guy that runs it. At the end of the day, Bruce Springsteen does things on Bruce Springsteen time. And that might seem like a foreign concept today, when there is more music than ever and more competition than ever, and everyone wants everything right now. Bruce understands that that's not necessarily the best way to do something. But real quick, before you go, I do want to ask that you click the subscribe button down below. I know everybody says that, but your subscriptions really matter. We're trying to do a lot here at Music Biz. We post 3 to 5 videos every single week, and we want you to be a part of this community. Every subscription gives us more and more ability to create, so please, click that button. I also want to ask that you check out our sponsor. Holics.com is the industry standard for music promotion. Bruce Springsteen, Slipknot, Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, Green Day, Weezer, and thousands more use Holics every day to promote their new music, and you should too. Visit Holics.com today. The link is in the description below, or just go to HAULIX.com today, and when you sign up, you'll get your first month of service free thanks to us. So please head over to Holics now and check it out. And if you do that, or if you don't do that, if you agree with these comments or you don't, please, at the very least, take care of yourself, because you deserve it.